Hi guys, Deanne here from Canada Abroad, and thanks so much for tuning in. I know I've been away for a little bit, but I was sick unfortunately, but now I am healthy and I am back. What I'm going to be talking to you about today is a little bit about what you can expect from Express Entry and IRCC in 2023. We are fast approaching the end of the year. And we always want to know, what is going to happen next year with immigration? Is it going to be better than this year, or what is going to change? Well, they released the immigration plan and the supplementary levels for the next few years. And if we compare it to what they had released last year, there's some good news for Express Entry. If we look at the targets that they had for people that were going to be picked from the Express Entry system in 2023, what they announced last year and what they have confirmed and announced for this year, we actually saw that they are expecting to give more people permanent residency through the Express Entry system in 2023. So they have increased the number of people that they are going to be selecting through Express Entry and giving permanent residence in 2023. So this is great news. There's going to be about between 6,000 and 7,000 people, hopefully, additional to what they had planned. So that is, 6,000 to 7,000 extra people who should be getting their permanent residence through Express Entry in 2023. And the reason I keep saying getting permanent residence as opposed to receiving an ITA is we have to remember with these immigration levels, the numbers that they post is not how many ITAs they want to give out. It's actually how many people are issued with that permanent residence or immigrant visa in that year. So the number of ITAs and visas issued don't always line up. So what we know is the number of people that are going to be getting their immigrant visa, which will give you your permanent residence in 2023 through Express Entry, should be higher than expected initially. The second thing, which is big news, is if we look at the number of provincial nominations that was originally scheduled for 2023 versus what was just released, there is a huge increase in the number of provincial nominations that are going to be given out in 2023. So this is also great news because a lot of people right now are not able to get that CRS score, which is being selected, and they're constantly looking for provincial nominations. So with this huge increase in the number of provincial nominations that are going to be available in 2023, there's going to be more people that are hopefully going to be eligible to receive these provincial nominations and get those 600 extra points, or if it's through a non-linked Express Entry program, they'll still get their nomination and still be able to apply for permanent residency. So the good news that we've seen out of all this is that the number of people through Express Entry will increase and the number of provincial nominations is going to increase. We also know they are going to be doing those targeted draws next year. So this can benefit some people because if you're in one of the industries that is going to be targeted, you might get picked with a lower CRS score than somebody who's in a non-targeted draw. So this is why we're telling people, if you're eligible for Express Entry, if you're in a field that might be highly sought after, and again, we're not sure, they've just said healthcare support workers, transportation, retail, and obviously anything doctors, nurses specifically, and also certain IT workers, we know those are in demand. So if you have a lower CRS score than what's being picked right now, if you still went into the Express Entry system, well, in 2023, if they're doing these targeted draws just based on your NOC code and your work experience, then you might be picked even though you have a lower CRS score. So 2023 is going to be an interesting year for Express Entry, and there should be more opportunity for people to hopefully get ITAs based more on specific factors such as your work experience and not just based on your CRS score. So I think we have a lot of interesting things coming up in 2023. And as we get more specific details and things start to come through, we will let you know. But the other thing to keep in mind is November 16th is the day that they're going to be using the new NOC codes. So again, Everyone talks about the tier system. What's happening is NOC codes currently are 4 digits. We're moving to a 5-digit system, and a small percentage of NOC codes are changing classification. So some unskilled jobs are now becoming skilled, so people are going to be eligible for express entry who were not before. So make sure on November 16th, you go into your express entry profile and you update your NOC codes to the new 5-digit system, and you make sure you hit save and submit to those changes so that you're still eligible to receive an ITA. If you do not update your code and submit those changes, then any draws that happen after November 16th, you won't be eligible to be selected. So very important that you go ahead and do that. So thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Canadian immigration news.